If you've been playing Call of Duty for a few years right now and you've looked up videos and articles on how to get better, but you really haven't gotten better, then this is the video for you. I'm just going to make a video dedicated to giving you tips and tricks on how you can improve your game and how you can be a better overall player. I was once in your shoes, and once I experimented with these settings, I got a lot better, and I hope you guys get better. I hope these settings help you out tremendously. If this video has helped you out in any way, shape, or form, or you just enjoyed the video, hit the like button and leave a comment saying this helped me out. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be part of the Sioux crew. We're going 39 strong. But I don't want to delay this any further. Let's start with the tips. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with the tips, and I'm going to give you guys some settings that you can change within your Call of Duty game so that it helps you out a little bit. We'll get to the gameplay in a second, but my first tip is to switch the bumpers and the triggers. So instead of having your triggers to shoot, your left trigger to aim and your right trigger to shoot, switch that to the bumper. So you use your left bumper to aim and your right bumper to shoot. Now the big change is that you have a better response time in gunfights. So sure, it may be a little bit to get used to, and it gives you the couple of milliseconds to work with. You don't have to press down as far as you do a trigger to be able to aim and shoot. And if you use this tactic, you're more than likely going to get the first shot off in a gunfight, which means that most of the time you'll end up getting the kill. And Call of Duty is a very fast-paced game. These milliseconds are absolutely precious. Even 1 millisecond could mean life or death for you, and it could mean getting a good kill streak or just losing that kill streak altogether and just dying. Switching the bumpers and the triggers for me has really helped me change my game and has really increased my KDR. I believe in the beginning of Cold War, I actually used the triggers to shoot, and I had like a 1.00 KD, but ever since I switched to the bumpers, I have now I believe a 1.11 KD, and 11 points is a very big difference in the span of a few months, and I think that this is definitely going to help you guys. Let me know what settings you guys use down in the comments below, or if the triggers and the bumpers don't end up working out for you. And another setting I like to have is to change to the tactical layout. So since your thumbs are naturally positioned at the joysticks, it makes it a lot easier for you to crouch and to slide. And it's not as hard to, get up and shoot and stuff like that. It's advantageous in gunfights, so if you want to do, drop shotting, you don't have to, physically move your thumb over to the circle button and move while pressing and shooting. It's better, and it's more natural. It doesn't put as much strain on your fingers and on your hands. That has definitely helped me improve my game. I've been using the tactical layout since the beginning of Modern Warfare 2019, and I have been so much better at Call of Duty ever since I started using that. And another setting that I like to have is the sensitivity. Now, for me, low to mid sensitivity makes sense. Anywhere between 5 and 7, maybe even 8. But if you're a beginner, you want to try a lower sensitivity just because it's easier to control. Nothing lower than 4. If you're going to 3, even if you're beginning, you're just putting yourself at a massive disadvantage. And sensitivity is something that I think is so important in improving your game. In Modern Warfare, I started off with a 4 or 5 sensitivity, and then I moved my way up to an 8 or a 9 because you have better control of the thumbsticks, and since you have better control of the thumbsticks, you can handle higher sensitivities, and that's also really good in your reaction time and trying to get in, turn around if you're getting shot from the back, so you can get your shots off really quickly. And that, combined with the bumpers and the triggers, is definitely going to help you win a lot more gunfights than if you were to use lower sensitivity and just triggers to shoot. And the final setting is it's a bit of an advanced setting, but I really like to talk about it, is the curve response. I'm going to be putting up the image on screen right now, the graph on screen, and there are 3 settings you can have. You can have linear, you can have standard, which is, obviously standard, and the dynamic curve. So linear is just the more you move your thumbstick, the faster your movement is, if that makes any sense. So if you move your thumbstick 75% towards the right, your screen's gonna move towards the right at 75% of its regular rate. And standard is just your normal curve. So as you move your thumbstick closer and closer to 100%, your rotation speed increases very quickly. And I don't really like either of those just because it's not snappy. The last one, dynamic curve, is the S curve. You'll see that on screen here as well. The S curve is, it's basically, it increases, then it stops for like a sudden second, and then it increases back again. And that's really helpful for snappier response times, and it's really good for better aiming. These settings have really helped me improve, and I hope that they will help you improve too. So we're done with the settings. Let's move on to the gameplay. Alright, so now that we're talking about the gameplay, the first big tip I have is try making a class setup for your style of gameplay. If you're a very objective-minded player, try using SMGs and shotguns because you're going to be up close and personal with the opponent. But if you want to try running and gunning, but you also like want to play at a distance, try using the assault rifles. Play. Only by playing you can find out what your style of gameplay is, and playing a lot just improves your game just like that, and practicing just helps you understand like how to work with stuff, or how, how to get better at the game. And you know if you find out what works and what doesn't work for you, then create a class. So create like an assault rifle class, an SMG class, like a shotgun class, and stuff like that. And based on your style of play or what you're feeling that day, you can pick that weapon. And generally speaking, the meta in Call of Duties in years past has definitely been the assault rifles and the SMGs. Now, in the past few years, the shotguns have been like pretty weak. But shotguns are either weak or strong. They're kind of like hit or miss. So you're going to want to pick your poison and be really careful. Generally speaking, you're going to want to go with an assault rifle or an SMG. But sometimes you may have a really slow pace of gameplay, like a game style is super slow. And in that case, you're going to want to use a sniper or even like an LMG, because those guns handle super slow. They handle way slower than your shotgun or your assault rifle or your SMGs. And that's generally the tip I have for the type of weapon you want to use for the type of style of play that you have. I personally use an assault rifle and an SMG. I use a mix of both because I'm a very run and gun type of guy, and I'm a really close quartered and personal guy. I haven't really enjoyed shotguns personally just because they only have a few bullets and you have to get like super close. You have to get right up in their face to be able to kill them. It doesn't really have range. That's what I really don't like about the shotguns. And that is, I think, is really helpful. Ever since I found my style of play, I've improved so much at Call of Duty. And another thing is, when you're playing objective games, don't play too much objective, but don't go too much on like a killing spree. You're gonna want to play a healthy mix of both. If you're playing like, if you're away from the objective, then you can go on like a killing spree. But if you're on the objective, try and defend the objective and hold your position. Just don't go off, because otherwise you won't get as much XP. You won't level up nearly as fast. I'm okay at playing objective, but I started playing a little more objective, and I realized that it's really helpful and like higher levels and leveling up your guns and stuff like that. And another thing is, use the lines of sight to your advantage. If you're on the far left, you have a sniper and you have a head glitch and you can see people but they can't see you. Use that line of sight to your advantage. It's just a couple of easy kills. You can drop them like that, and that just gives you 2, 3, maybe even 4 kills right off the bat towards a good kill streak. And another thing is, don't try to sit in one place for too long, because otherwise you're just gonna be like a dead goose. You're gonna like be camping and stuff like that. And there's a really big difference between holding down a place within the map and camping. Don't attempt the latter, use the former, attempt the former. That's what's helped me improve my game and helped a couple of others I know improve their game as well. If you're holding down a position, you're generally playing objective. So just try and move around within the building. Like if you're in like a house or something, if you're in like an upstairs room, try and go around the windows and see if there are enemies. Try and hold down your position. Make sure all the exits and the entrances are held down and protected. But don't just sit in one place looking out one window using the same weapon and killing the same people. That's not very good for your gameplay and trying to help you improve. That's just giving you kills. It's not at all improving your logic and helping you improve at the game, because you're not going around, you're not trying to figure out where people are or how to pick your poisons, pick your gunfights, and just get better in general. And my final tip is, I kind of do this a lot, but try not to go up the middle of the map too much. You have to worry about 360 degrees around you. Whereas if you're in the far lanes of the map, the far left or the far right, you only have to worry about 180 degrees, and obviously what's in front of you and what's behind you. That's a lot easier to deal with. That's a whole half side that you don't have to like deal with at all. And I use that. I actually got that tip from a different YouTuber, and it really has, that guy really helped me improve my game. I can't imagine what I would do if I didn't follow that tip. And yeah, that's pretty much all the tips, and that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell icon, and be sure to follow me on my Instagram at itsugriff. It'll be down in the description. Anyways, this is Sid signing off. Peace out.